Hello, everyone. I'm here to explain about the Boom Passport deck cards and how easy and fun it's going to be for you to assign activities to your clients that you see. And right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and share what you have received. You got invited to join in on the Boom Passport deck cards. And some of you already probably know how to work Boom Learning and all that. But I'm going to walk you through this anyway, make it easy. So you'll probably see on the left side dashboard. So right now, you're probably not going to see any cards there. Maybe you are. I don't see your computer or laptop. So more than likely, you don't have anything in there and you don't have any of this on the top here. But I'm going to walk you through easily, and you can always rewind the video if I'm going too fast. Okay. So next thing you want to do, the first thing you want to do is go to the top where it says classes. And then you're going to create your classroom. Okay. And as you saw, I created a classroom here called Miss Ruth Class. So that's what you're going to do. You're not going to see these up here. Of course, it's going to be blank, but you're going to create your new classroom and go onto the blue area on the top there. And you're going to see that they already named something there. Okay, so you're going to change the name to what you want. Let's say you want it to be called Miss Tina Class. Okay, so you're going to type there. It saves it automatic. So there you are. You got your class, or you can say Tina SLP or what have you. So then the next step would be for you to go into the store tab. Okay. And, or, you could do it either or, but you can go to the store tab and pick any Boom cards that you want. But I kind of feel like there's so many in there. You want to maybe add a student, okay, your client. So let's stay on this page and go here in the bottom where it says new student. And because this Boom Passport, Boom Learning is really geared for school systems and what have you, but there's thousands of cards for special education and speech therapy. So that's why we chose Boom Passport. And also you can track progress of the student or your client. So we're going to pick new student, and let's just pick any name. Let's say Tom S, which is a good idea to do it that way. Just do an initial and the first name of the student and just press OK. Now they want us to do a password. Okay, let me do it this way. The student themselves will have their own password. I tend to use Avatar for them because it'll be easy for them, but I think it's just for the new student inside your classroom to have their own password for the teacher only. Okay, it's not that they're going to use the password that you chose here. So let's just pick something easy. Let's just put capital BOOM, and let's just put Tom, and then maybe just put Tom with I think they want 8 letters on here. Let me make sure this is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it is. Yeah, it is. Okay, so here's Tom. Here's your first client. And now what's fun is you can go ahead and go to the store, and you know that you already did his eval or somebody did the eval and there's goals in there. And let's say you want to pick something easy for Tom. Okay, you want something, let's say he's preschooler or he's developmentally like a preschooler because they go by grades here. Now, don't go by here featured because you're going to see prices on there and you go, oh, I'm not paying that. I panicked at first because I go, oh, wait a minute. We paid for a Boom Passport, hundreds of dollars. No, forget about that first toggle there. Go where it says Dex, which is the third one. Okay. And now you're going to see that all the cards are $0. Okay. So that means you can pick any of these cards and it won't cost you a penny, or CTN. And also, if you look here on the side, it'll say passport only. We want to make sure that's blue in case yours, by some fluke, defaulted to not being check marked. Make sure that is a blue check mark there. So you see that the cards under the Dex tab are all $0. Okay, so let's say that we want simple yes, no questions. You know, you could do that. It might be where they don't like, oh, okay, so they have yes, no questions. Okay, with a slash on it. Let's say you want to really narrow it down and you want preschool, real simple yes, no questions. Okay. Sometimes I like to pick speech and language, but I'm going to tell you a lot of these cards were made by speech pathologists and they were vetted by Boom Learning to make sure that they're Common Core standards. So I just leave it open, you know. And let's say that you want a Thanksgiving theme. Okay, so I'm going to pick this one here. Let's click on it. And they give you a nice preview to see if that's an appropriate card for your client. Okay. So there's something there. I can celebrate Thanksgiving. There's arrows on the bottom. Sometimes you have to look for the arrow because each deck is different, you know, for these cards. And so this is more like a question answer thing. Okay, let's say, oh, I don't really like that. It's kind of hard. I don't think that he's gonna be interested in that. So let's say that you want let's see, let's refresh. Let's put yes, no questions. No. Okay. Here. Okay. So here's answer the question, yes or no. Some of them have audio on it too, like this one. Let's pick this one, yes or no circus. Okay. So there's that. We're going to see the preview again. And let's pick noun. Is this balloon? Yes. Okay. And then you sometimes they automatically click to the right, but you can click the arrow. Is this a ball? Yeah. Okay. Wow. This is a good one for my little one here that's developmentally delayed and needs some help with yes, no questions. So I like this card. I'm going to pick it and put it, and you see right up here where it says add to library, you're going to add to the library. And that means that is going to be in your library now. So when you go back up here, library, sometimes, you know, it doesn't automatically show. So you want to go up here in the browser address area and kind of just shuffle it and make sure that it shows up. And it did. So what's cool about this now is that you can assign this. And it just happens, you see all these other cards here. Now you're just going to have one card showing on your end. Okay, because you haven't you haven't gotten a bunch of cards like I have. So you're going to go ahead and assign this card. Okay. But you know, you don't have to do it through here. I'd like to assign it through my students. So go back to the classroom, your class specifically. I have this here, but Miss Tina class, let's say that's your class. And you're going to see Tom there, and you're going to go ahead and you're going to do an individual assignment, and there's all your cards. Now, this is where you can, you know, show alphabetical order. Let's say you got thousands of cards now in your little classroom, in your library, and you're going, oh my God, where was that card? It's too many to read. So you can always do a search and it'll search it for you. But it happens that the yes, no questions are in the top. So I'm going to check mark this. I'm going to pick the what questions, you know, and maybe some Halloween R blends. Okay. And that's what Tom and you don't even have to save it, automatically saves it. That's what Tom is going to be assigned, or you can do it in therapy with him in a session. Okay, this is great for asynchronous also. Turns out that the username is Tom's dash 359. Okay, you can go ahead and email the parent the username Tom's dash 359 and let them know that you want them doing those 3 assignments geared towards their goals. And you can go up here, set passwords, okay? Use picture passwords, okay? And I like that be octopus, okay? Set new password, and that way, that be octopus, tell the parent, hey, that's your password, click on that be octopus, those pictures. Okay. And so that's basically how you do it. And then when you go into telling them, how do I get into into Boom? So basically what you got to do is tell them to go on to Boom, https ://boom.cards. Okay, so that's how they're going to get in there. They're going to put their username and the password of the three little icons in there to get into those assignments that you did. Now, you're asking, how can I just do it for therapy in a session? So you just go to the library if you want. Now, if you only got one thing in your library, which in your case, it would be only the yes, no questions, you don't want to go into your library. You can also, by the way, let's say, look at my library. I have more than a few. You can make a folder, let's say, what questions? Okay. And you can go ahead and, okay, there's the what questions. Okay, so now you have this tab over here. You're going to go in your library again. Okay, hold on. Dex. Okay, let me just go out of this right now real quick. Dex. Boom Passport. Okay, don't forget. Don't do what I did. Okay, you're going to go Boom Passport. Now, it's a learning curve with Boom, okay? So you're going to go on Boom Passport. You're going to see all your decks there that you saved into your library, and you're going to slide it into, and that's not a what question. So let's put this one over here. You're going to put it into your what questions. And I spell well wrong, questions wrong. But anyway, so that way it makes it easy in case you start getting hundreds of Boom decks. That'll make it really easy for you to locate things. Let's say you want to create yes, no questions, or just questions in general, but trust me, you want to probably separate yes, no questions with that. There's a yes, no questions tab. All right. And you're going to go into Boom Passport again. Don't forget that, Boom Passport. And then you're going to search for yes, no. All right, there it is. Let's slide it over here and there. You can see it. You can easily find your decks, okay? And so let's go back to the Boom Passport, okay? So let's say that you have a session, a treatment session, and you want to use it in treatment. So again, you're going to go, don't worry about the feature because those are all, that's cost money. So you want to go to the decks because that's what Children's Therapy Network has paid for in order to, for you to do these for free. So let's say that you have a treatment session. Let's do drawing conclusions. It's the first one. You're going to pick that. Okay. And you're going to go ahead and you can add it to your library if you want. All right, hold on. Let me make sure here. I want to make sure there's no other way of getting there. Okay, so add it to your library. I believe you can present it. Let me go back in there. No, you can't. Okay, so yeah, it would be where you have to get the card first and then go here. Make sure that you refresh. Okay, because did you see it didn't show drawing conclusions? So action. You're going to do presentation mode. It's going to open up in another or probably the same tab. And that way, when you're on your Google Meet call or, yeah, the Google Meet for Children's Therapy Network, make sure you're using Children's Therapy Network and not your own personal Google Meet. You're going to share your tab and you're going to show this and be able to do it in therapy. This is a nice little activity for sentence reading comprehension here. So anyway, that's pretty much the basics of it. Please explore it. Here's the reports. I'm going to show you a report on one of the RTM clients that I have. Let's go into my account here. I happen to be the admin and also the delegate. They have these words in Boom. Delegate is usually an administrator. In my situation, it's a teacher that uses the word teacher instead of therapist in Boom. It's a teacher and the delegate admin person. So that's me. I'm serving dual roles because I'm assigning some of these activities to clients. And so I'm going to go in here and let's say I'm curious. I already assigned activities to Heidi. And so I'm going to go in here and see when she has logged in And it looks like the last time she logged in was 13 hours ago. And I assigned a bunch of activities for her because the mother wanted me to give her more. She seemed to like it, and finish them. So there's the activities. What's cool is it shows how well she did. I sometimes do a screenshot and I send it to the parent and say, hey, look how great she's doing. And over here, the recent plays, it shows what time, how much time she spent in each card. You can actually document this in your therapy note if you like, or you check into your Boom account and you'll see this, and out of curiosity see how much they spend, and you can actually document that and say this is how well she did, and also put that she got 30 out of 30, or let's say she did 39 over 39. She did pretty well on these. 31, 30, identifying emotions or social, emotional pragmatic language deck cards that you can use in here. It's amazing. Boom, that's why we chose it, so that you can use it and take advantage of all that it has for your speech therapy clients. And right now, I'm going to go ahead and let you go and let you explore Boom more and make your own classroom then. Bye bye.